for you.
Now, News Extra on KNEB, and here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We're going to talk about the Warrior Run today. This is the 8th annual and sponsored by the title sponsor, Western States Bank. Also, Webb Orthodontics has sponsoring the Children's Run this year, and that's why Amy Dahl and Bronsen Schliep are here, along with Dave Wolf, who is always here for the Warrior Run, always organizing it, along with Chris. So how you doing, bud?
Doing well.
Doing well?
Really well. Good.
All right. We'll talk to Bronsen and Amy here in just a little bit. Tell us about the event, how this got started, and what you guys are doing this year.
Brad Van Pelt, 8 years ago, started a race to help the Wounded Warriors. He wanted to give back something to our veterans. So he started the Warrior Run, and then about 6 years ago, he found out about our organization that keeps all the money local, very little administrative costs. So between 95 and 99% of our proceeds would go to veterans here in the Wyobraska area. And he thought, well, that'd be kind of a better fit for him. And then 3 years ago, we offered to take it over, and he said yes. So this is my fourth year involved, third year of coordinating it.
Yeah, pretty nice. All this, all the money raised here goes to emergency relief for families of veterans. Really a super well worth it cause. And you guys are starting at the Legacy of the Plains Museum this year, right?
Yep, we're back at the Legacy of the Plains. It'll be the same course last year. We had a bunch of compliments. We've got our volunteers lined up. So registration will start at 9 o'clock this year. We're going to move it back an hour. Just so I think a lot of people wake up at 7 o'clock and go, wow, still pretty chilly. So we're going to allow an extra hour to warm up. The race will start at 10 with the 10Kers first, and then the 5K runner-walkers after that. And then we have our Little Warriors, which we're super excited about. Race will start immediately around 11, but immediately after the Warrior Run's done.
All right. This is the 8th annual Warrior Run. It's on November 5th over at Legacy of the Plains Museum. We even looked at the forecast. Might be a little bit windy, but it's a 10-day forecast, so it'll probably be fine. And 60-some degrees outside. Mm-hmm. Like we said, Western States Bank is the title sponsor for this. And, Amy, this really kind of just fits what you like to do as far as the bank's concerned, right?
Absolutely. You know, we really like to be involved in the community. This was such a good fit for us. So we appreciate that Dave contacted us, and we're really excited to be part of this race this week.
You bet. All right. Again, November 5th, and kudos to Western States Bank for being the title sponsor. As a matter of fact, they've already raised $17,600 for this already, and they still have a number of registrations yet to go. They got about 125 right now, and they're looking for about 250. Dave, well, let's take a break here first because we got to get that in. We'll talk about how you can register. We'll also talk to Bronsen about the Children's Run, which Webb Orthodontics is sponsoring right after this.
In the state of Nebraska, animals on the roadway account for over 2,700 crashes a year. In the Panhandle, we have experienced 23 separate car-deer crashes in the last 3 weeks. The cost of animal crashes in Nebraska soar over $23 million per year, lead to 195 injuries to drivers and passengers, and at times cause fatalities. As a driver, you need to do your part. Stay alert, stay in your lane, and slow down. Trying to avoid the collision usually adds to your problem. This message is brought to you by the Nebraska State Patrol and this station.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We're talking about the 8th annual Warrior Run. Starts November 5th around 9 a.m. over at the Legacy of the Plains Museum. And it's the Western States Bank Warrior Run. They are the title sponsor. You just heard from Amy Dahl. They're excited about, once again, being the title sponsor. Webb Orthodontics is sponsoring the Children's Run. And that's why we have Bronsen Schliep here. Bronsen, how you doing?
Doing great this morning.
Good.
So, yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's the first year for the Little Warriors Fun Run. It's going to be a fantastic event, great way for families and to be involved in the Warrior Run, get their kids involved in the Little Warrior Fun Run. Just be active as a family and get out and help support our military families and veterans.
And it's for children 8 and under, and you get in free by doing what?
So donating a non-perishable food item or a coat. Yep.
Yep. So that's pretty good. So remember that. And yeah, I think you're going to get a lot of kids doing this. How far do they go?
So it's a half-mile race. So it'll be just north of the Legacy of the Plains Museum out behind there. So.
Yeah. All right. Very good. So, and they get a little Warrior Run T-shirt as well and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty good. All right. So let's talk about the registration, where you do that, the registration fee, how you get all involved with that. Okay.
You can go to our website. It's wyobraskavetshelp.org. And you can do our online registration or print out the form. If we get it, if you do the online registration before the 30th, you will guarantee yourself a T-shirt. The online registration will then close, so it'll be just paper registration, and then it'll be we'll add another $10 on it. So the registration fee will be $35. You can get it at the Western States Bank locations and also the Veterans and Military Affairs office there at WNCC. And then at Webb Orthodontics, you could get the kids fun run registration.
All right. So that's pretty easy to do. Run over there to Webb Orthodontics.
Yep.
And handle that.
And you don't have to bring the item there. You can just bring it to the race. So if you're donated an item, you can just bring it to the race.
Okay. Very good. You also have some auction items that are going on as well, right?
Yep. We'll have those posted up on our Facebook page. But we've been very generous. We got some movie tickets from Carmack Cinema. We got a gift certificate from Sports Racket. Brown Shoe Fit said they would donate a pair of women's and men's athletic shoes at any cost. So they said they had a $160 pair of shoes there. So
Wow.
That was really cool. Prime Cut always gives us some dinners. We have a lab quilt from Platte Valley Vac, and so we got a $100 gift certificate from Perkins and Bacharach's. So we'll be putting those kind of together. We'll put them up on our Facebook page, and then you can go to our Veterans and Military Affairs office to buy the raffle tickets, or you can just contact us through our website or our Facebook page.
All right. And you have a number of sponsors. We wanted to kind of get that in the last couple minutes here.
Yeah,
we've got so many. I don't know whether we can get them all in, but let's try.
I'll try to read fast. But yeah, we've been very blessed this year. The big surprise I announced is that we did raise over $17,500, which surpassed last year by $2,000 and is about. We're on pace to break our record of 20. So we really want to thank our sponsors. We've got Budweiser, Adaptive Resources Incorporated, the American Legion Auxiliary Unit in Hemmingford, Anderson Shaw Construction, Angela Philbrick, who's also a volunteer that does a ton of stuff for us, B&C Steel, the CW Yount Foundation, Sandy Mackey with Champion Realty, DJ Snyder with Champion Realty, Floyd's Sales, Fremont Motors, Gerald Dillman, H&R Block, Hain Farms, Infinity Construction, J.G. Elliott, the Creighton Farron Koff Memorial, Kelly Bean, Next Generation Tax and Accounting. A new one is Panhandle Public Health Vet Set, which works really closely with our organization to help our veterans. Pete Lapisotis, Platte Valley Dental Group, which is a new one. Reganis Ford, Robinson Electric, Western Nebraska Medical Center. Silver Spur, who's been a long time sponsor. Simmons Olson, Snyder Smith Pettit, Hoffmeister and Pettit. And then we had Tom Holyoke that gave a very generous donation through his firm. Valley Bowl gave us some free bowling tickets. That was great. Of course, Van Pelt Fencing, Vista Beam. Then we have our title sponsors with Webb Orthodontics and Western States Bank. And, of course, WNCC has been very supportive. And hopefully we will have some of their kids out there to help us with our fun run. Trying to think, Platte Valley Vac, and so Rikers Jewelry always gives us a nice jewelry. You guys talked earlier about Whiskey Creek's renovations. My wife actually worked at Grampy's, so it was kind of fun to hear that. But they gave us a $30 gift certificate. Perkins, Bacharach's, Taco John's. Let's see, Team Auto Center gives us a couple free loos. Rosie's Chinese Express and Carmike Cinemas. So we're very, very thankful. So if you guys are out and about, stop in and say thank you to these guys for helping our local veterans.
All right. Once again, register at wyobraskavetshelp.org. You can do that before Sunday at the reduced rate. It goes up a little bit after that. And we thank Amy and Bronsen for coming in with Dave here. The Western States Bank 8th Annual Warrior Run coming up November 5th. Make sure you're involved. Good weather, we promise.
Your trusted voice for sports, KNEB, Scottsbluff, Gearing, 960 AM, and now on 100.3 FM.
The presidential election is only 12